Hi everyone, this is Emily and I am back with Kiss Video Diary entry number 2. And I just wanted to say thank you for such a positive response to the first one I did. That was really flattering. I didn't expect all that positive energy and it to be that sweet. It was really, really sweet and personal, and that's what I love about the Kiss fandom, because again, it reinforces the fact that we are the best fellow fans in the entire world. So with that, today's topic is going to be my childhood and Kiss. I was born in 1996, and this story, you may have heard a little bit of it in the initial Kiss magazine video that I did with Brant from In My Head channel, but I thought I'd elaborate on that a little bit. So, I was born in 1996, and by the time 1998 rolled around, I was 2 years old, and I just vividly remember the Psycho Circus era, because it was a big build-up. I remember my mom being really excited for the album. She had the t-shirt, and then when she got the album, she put the screensaver, because there was like a code or something to make Kiss your screensaver. So I remember like being 2 or 3 having that as our screensaver, because I don't think we got the internet until I was like maybe 3 or 4, but the code still worked, or whatever it was. She had it as the screensaver, and I just remember seeing like the clown's mouth and the glowing eyes in the dark and in the computer area, and I'm like, oh, that was so scary. Like, it just freaked me out in the dark. And then to top it off, I'm going to be sharing some of my Kiss items from my childhood. She had this video game, and it didn't help matters. She had the Kiss Psycho Circus Nightmare Child video game that she would also play on the computer, and that scared me. The narration scared me half to death, and she would play it, and I remember just being really scared and creeped out by the animation. I'm sure if I watched it back now, it actually looked kind of hokey because the animation technology has advanced so much. But I remember, like, she would die in the game. I'm like, are you dead in real life? And she's like, Emily, no. Like, I don't know why I thought that, but I just felt I had to ask it. Anyway, so with the Psycho Circus era, I also remember going to Spencer's in the mall with my mom a lot of the time to buy the merchandise, and I know that merchandise is still with us in the crawl space. This is another plea. Please get your second or third, I don't know how many boxes are in the crawl space, but get your other stuff out. I need to relive that part of my childhood again. But with the Psycho Circus era. But I remember the one object that, looking back, that I wish I would have gotten from that era were the Dynasty bears. I wish I would have asked for the Dynasty Ace bear. Sorry, I had to pause the video. My mom came in. We just watched Brant's Dynasty video, and she's loving all the comments because she commented and she likes replying back to other people. She just loves being a part of the Kiss community. Maybe one day I can convince her to be in one of my personal unedited video diaries. But anyway, I was talking about the Psycho Circus era and the Dynasty bear. I wish to this day I would have asked for the Ace Space Dynasty bear. I, looking back now, think that it's adorable. I think it's cool that the bear is in the Dynasty costume, and it has the cuffs like the Tom Snyder show. I want that bear. I would love to have an Ace Space bear. That is just the coolest thing ever. I remember seeing it at Spencer's, but my mom, she thought that Kiss stuffed animals were like not something to collect. Like, she's like, what? Like, a Kiss stuffed animal? Come on, I'm in my mid-30s here. I don't need that. But I wish I would have asked for it. I would have been like 2 or 3. I could have gotten away with it. I could have loved that Ace Space bear. Anyway, moving on. The other video game that my mom had from my childhood that defined my childhood in Kiss is the Pinball game, which this was fun. I remember watching her play this because I couldn't play it. She didn't let me play it. I could now. But this Kiss Pinball game, and I just thought it was really cool. It was fun. The graphics were pretty cool. Again, I don't know how the graphics look in the 2020 world, but I just remember thinking it was fun. It was cool. I liked watching her play it. It played Kiss music in the background. So to me, this game is my childhood as well. That was the other video game. And then something that really changed the way I saw Kiss happened when I was 4 years old. My mom went to see Kiss. Here's the newspaper ad from back in the day. This is going in the scrapbook I'm making here, by the way. She went to see Kiss. This is the ad for the New World Music Theater, the venue in Tinley Park. And I just remember thinking, wait, you're going to see Kiss? You can actually go to see them and you don't have to be on TV? Because up until that point, watching concerts on TV, bootleg footage of videos on TV, I thought you had to be on TV to see Kiss. My 4-year-old brain. And then, but I just thought, like, whoa, you can be in the audience and go see them? So was the turning point. That was the turning point for me, personally, because ever since then, I wanted to just go see Kiss. And I had to beg from the year 2000 to late 2019 to go see Kiss live in concert. But that's another story. Yeah, I had to beg for that amount of time. Maybe in another video, I'll do the build up to seeing them in 2019. Like, I'll talk about the 2019 concert. That sounds good. Anyway, back to my childhood and Kiss. This is another, well, not really item, but Kiss-related childhood memory, is watching the documentary Kiss the Second Coming. I don't know how she got this. This is a booklet for Kiss the Second Coming, and it's basically the narration in text accompanied by some pictures and captions. I don't know how she got it. I know we have either the DVD or the official VHS. I'm not sure what we have. It's in the crawl space. Again, it's in the crawl space. But this documentary is my childhood. And it's super heavily edited by the band or not, like heavily censored into being what's okay to say versus not say, how Paul and Gene skewed it may be. It's still something from my childhood, and to this day I will watch. I recently watched it on YouTube. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember that segment or something like that. So yeah, this Kiss the Second Coming. It's pretty cool. She has this booklet. I didn't even know she had it. This is from the first batch of things in the crawl space. But it's really cool. It's something really special, I think. And then, the 2 albums that got me into Kiss that I listen to all the time. They're not my mom's actual albums, but we have the MTV Unplugged album, which to me is the perfect non-makeup Kiss show and record. I just love this. This isn't part of my childhood. This is seared into my brain. The music, the show. I remember watching the show, not live, but on tape, because my mom has the VHS tape. Well, she has Kissology as well, but I'm watching it on a VHS tape. The show, Ace and Peter come out, and whenever Paul says to clap your hands or sing along, my sister and I actually did, because we thought he was talking to us, the audience members, even though the audience members were on the TV when we were watching. We thought we at home could be the audience members too, so that's very, very special to me. My mom has the CD downstairs, which is accessible to me, but I wanted to show off my records instead. Then this is where it all began for me, the Smashes and Thrashes album. When I was little, I tried to copy Paul's hand movement just because it looked kind of weird to me. I wanted to copy him. I don't know why. But this is the album that was always played in my childhood because Eric Carr is a part of it, and my mom's favorite is Eric Carr, so these versions of the songs is what I grew up with. I didn't really hear the original versions of the songs, or maybe I didn't even realize that I was hearing different versions of the songs when she played the studio albums to hear other songs, because this was the early 2000s. We didn't have iPods, streaming, there was no internet. So if you wanted a certain song, you had to actually put in another CD. But this, to me, is where it all began with Kiss. It's very special. I was so lucky to find it in disc replay, so to whoever didn't want this, I thank you, because I do want it. I am so thrilled to have it. But yeah, another interesting point is that growing up in the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, Kiss to me is still Paul, Peter, Gene, and Ace. Like 80s Kiss, I know the band to some people is the 80s lineup, but to me it's still the original lineup. That is my version of Kiss. When you say Kiss, I automatically think of the original 4. And it's really interesting because being born in the 90s, you would think that I wouldn't know the difference of the makeup lineup or the non-makeup lineup. But no, I do. So when watching concert footage on TV, not the internet, TV, on a VHS tape, I wouldn't really know the difference between 90s and 70s Kiss. It'd be like, oh wait, they either have makeup or no makeup. And back in the 70s, they wore makeup. So is this relevant? Is this going on today? I don't know. I just wanted to watch. Now, of course, today I can tell the difference between the 90s and the 70s. But, you know, when I would watch the footage from the 70s, I'd be like, oh, that stage is cool. And then, you know, I'd see recent footage from concerts in the 90s. And I'd be like, oh, did they have a new stage set up? It wouldn't really resonate with me. No, that footage was 20 years older. So I think that's pretty interesting. But yeah, Kiss, to me, is really a part of my life. And growing up as young of a Kiss fan as I am, I feel like I know a lot more info because I grew up with it. I don't know, it's just kind of natural. And growing up with it, my school friends, my classmates, friends from school, whatever, they didn't really believe that I was a fan. They would say, oh, that makeup band your mom likes. I'm like, well, I know them too. And they'd be like, what? Like, they'd totally ignore that. They'd be like, well, that's because your mom likes it. No. No one who is a fan of Kiss is a fan just because someone else is. You're a fan because you're a fan. To all the people at school who didn't think that I could be a fan, guess what? I am. It was just interesting because my friends, they would come over and they'd be like, wait, you have Kiss songs on your iPod? You know Kiss? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, and they'd read songs on there like deep cuts. Well, to them, they would be deep cuts. They'd see like Things Beyond, I Was Made for Loving You, or Rock and Roll All Night. And they'd be like, wait, this song here, I Love It Loud. Like, what, you know that song? I'd be like, yeah, it's a great song. Like, they're like, oh, your mom's influence. And it's like, no, I'm a fan because I'm a fan. Sorry, I had to pause it again. But I think I'm going to have to wrap up this video short and abruptly because there's other people home and I can't really record with the background noise in the video. But that is a little sampling of Kiss in my childhood. Maybe I'll do a part 2. Maybe when my mom gets the other stuff out of the crawl space, I'll have more to talk about. But I just wanted to share some of that, talk about what Kiss means to me. It really is an important band in my life, and I am just trying to soak up every every cool new news thing that they make, because this might be the last year that they're touring ever in the history of the world, well, for Gene and Paul anyway, because once Gene and Paul are out, I don't know if I would go to a Gene and Paul's Kiss show, like, without any of the original members for that matter. Like, if the opposition were reversed and it was Ace and Peter still in the band and then they left, I don't think I'd be on board with any original members in the band. But yeah, that's this video. Kiss My Childhood, part 1 maybe. Thanks so much for watching, and do you have any fun childhood Kiss memories, even if you were born later, like not in the 70s, if you weren't there in the 70s? And what does the band mean to you? I'm Emily. Thanks for watching. Bye.